Everybody knows. So we eat za'atar by dipping bread in olive oil and then in za'atar and we eat it. Delicious or what? Delicious. It's savory, it's nutty from the toasted sesame. My third item is a spice blend. We call it Arabian blend. Some of you bought it from farmers market from my table. Dukka, D-U-K-K-A. You have pens? You have pens and pencils? You can take some notes. I'm gonna give you a lot of tips today, a lot of things that you can take home and remember it while you're cooking these, while you're using these. Dukka is a spice blend. It has 5 ingredients in it. What are they? Cumin, caraway, toasted sesame, toasted wheat, and sumac. Yes, Rose. So, dukka is a spice blend, cumin and caraway. Za'atar is a thyme blend. And both of these, what's in common? Yes, sumac and the toasted sesame seeds. Okay, both of these have seeds, both of these. So how do we eat dukka? Same way we eat za'atar. We dip bread in olive oil and then in dukka and we enjoy it. Or I like dukka on my lentil soup. Delicious. Wherever there is lentil soup, there has to be cumin, right? Because what does lentil soup do to your stomach? Bloating, right? So you need cumin to get rid of the bloating effect from lentils, right? Okay, so these are the items I started with 13 years ago at farmers market. Now, guess how many items I have? Over 200 items on my table. I started with 1 table. Now I have a whole tent, 3 tables full of herbs from Jordan, spices from everywhere, all around the world, and pies and pies and pies of spinach pies, beef pies, falafel, kibbi. You know kibbi? It looks like falafel, but it's bigger and it's filled with ground beef, walnuts, and sauteed onions. Delicious with the Arabian spices. And of course, okay, I don't want to say it. What's the most popular dip in the Middle East? Hummus. What's the second one? Baba ganoush. What's the third one? Tabbouleh is a salad. Yes? Tzatziki is number 4, believe it or not. What's number 3? Maybe you didn't hear or you did. Muhammara. You know muhammara? It's a dip made from walnuts, eggplants, tomato paste, and olive oil, and lots of spices. It's really yummy. You make it like you decorate a plate, flat plate with the, it looks red. The dip is red, but it's red because of the tomato paste, but it has the chopped walnuts in it. It has the roasted eggplant, and it has lots of spices and olive oil. It's delicious. It's so good. And you can decorate it with pieces of walnuts, whole pieces of walnuts. It's yummy. It's so good. And then the tzatziki, of course, with sour cream or yogurt, shredded cucumbers, and dill and mint on, and all the goodness, the flavors. Tonight, what are we going to learn? Huh? And you can interrupt me if you have any question. You can say, can I ask, or anything? Just pop the question. We're gonna learn again, because we learned that in program number 1. We're gonna learn again how to make the basic dough, and we stuff it with cheese and we're gonna bake it, sort of, like it's baked already, but we are going to demonstrate how to stuff it, how to make the dough, how to see it, rising, how to roll the dough. Let's start with, and I need your participation, okay? Don't just listen and look at me. And please take notes, because now after 2.5 years of demonstration, I myself learned. I learned more tips. I have more experience. And of course, I've been cooking for 30 years, but I I don't teach. I only cook for my family, but I've been teaching for 2.5 years, which is something now it's becoming my passion in addition to farmers markets. Okay, so what do we have here? I want you to look at the fatayr page and tell me what's the next ingredients. Okay, so okay, so here we have some. I need gloves, Sammy. Okay. So here, how many cups of flour we have? 4 cups of flour. I prefer unbleached. Thank you, honey. I prefer unbleached. You can use any flour you like. I just feel comfortable using unbleached flour. It's easy to knead, easy to roll, easy to bake, easy, easy, easy. It's less chemical in it because the bleached flour is chemically treated. I used to use it, but when I found out what they do with it, I stopped using bleached. Now I'm using unbleached flour. What's the next ingredients to our flour? The yeast. How much yeast? 2 teaspoons of yeast. 1 and 2. What's next? 1 tablespoon of sugar. Next. 1 teaspoon of salt. And I discovered, of course, I'm telling you what I discovered after. Yes. It's pink Himalayan. Pink Himalayan salt. What? It's not iodine salt. Yes, it has electrolytes. So as you can see here, we put the dry ingredients first. We mix the dry ingredients. I know some of you will say, oh, she did not put the yeast and the sugar and the salt in a different bowl and let the yeast ferment with the salt and sugar. I tell you, it makes no difference. I put the yeast and the sugar and the salt with the flour directly on the flour, and it gives you same results as if you separated it. Now, how much olive oil? 4 tablespoons of olive oil, and I use organic Jordanian olive oil. Okay. How much water? Okay, let's talk about the water. Write down this. We need more than warm water, not just warm and settle. No, you need a little bit, like about 300 or just when you like. You see this? steam. So it's more than warm. Not boiling, because I still can put my pinky in it. All right? So 1 1/4. Is it a quarter or a half? A quarter. Yeah, to see if you're. Thanks for coming back. So you mix it with a spoon first. And then we use our hands. And I like to use my gloves because it's less messy. And I always say this, in order for anybody, any cook, سواء man or a woman, in order for you to have a fun experience in the kitchen, what do you need to have in front of you before you start cooking? A glass of wine. Yes, and that, or a glass of everything. You need to have the ingredients in front of you so you don't have to go back and forth. Oh, honey, I forgot this. Can you go to the supermarket and get me this? While you are in the middle of the recipe. Honey, can you go? And then your recipe will get ruined a little bit because you're waiting. Okay, so look at this. And it hasn't been a minute. So you just keep kneading like this, hunching. It's good when you're mad at somebody, you just do like this. No. We learn to forgive, right? When we're mad at somebody, we learn to forgive him. Okay, so you take a piece and you eat it. No, you clean the bowl. You clean the bowl with it like this. And you let the dough rest. Every time we work with the dough, we let it rest before we do the next step. Always, we remember that. So my dough is nice, it's warm, smells delicious and fresh. It's smooth, okay? So now we need to put a little bit of olive oil and tuck our dough in for half hour, 45 minutes. Put a little bit also on top here. Just a little bit of olive oil, just like that. Okay, that's it. And you just either you cover it with plastic wrap, or I have a cover here. You can put also oil on the lid like this. Olive oil everywhere. Just like that. Put it in a place where there is no draft, no window, no fan going on. So your dough will rise, right? You want to see some magic? Okay, so after half hour, 45 minutes, this is the same dough that we just made. And I made a lot. Okay, so you just do like this, and so you can get the air out. We are going to cut it into small 2-ounce round balls. Okay, we just need to put it. Just see the olive oil. That's the olive oil when I put it in the bottom. This is what we need to see. Let's put this aside like this. Bring a tray so we can make small And I like always to use olive oil. You can use parchment paper, you can use the spray, you can use this if you like. This is canola oil. You can also, they have olive oil, also spray olive oil. You can use that, but I like to use this olive oil on my tray like this. Okay, there are two ways to cut the, I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I'm gonna cut it in half like this. So, beautiful. Okay, so there are two ways to cut the dough. Either you do like this, and in the back you can stand up if you like this, like this. For farmers market, believe it or not, I use a scale because I like every dough to be exactly the same as all the doughs, all the pies. So you can do like this, okay? Or you can do like this. One. So whichever way you like, you do, right? You don't want to use a knife in front of your grandchild, so you teach him to do this. It's an idea, right? No knives, because you worry he might hurt himself. So you just, I know the ball that he's gonna do with his tiny hands will be smaller, but you get the idea. I'm just eyeballing. I'm making believe that I am a scale. Okay. Hi, honey. Okay. All right, so we cut the dough and we use two different methods, two different ways to cut the dough. Whichever you like, you will use. So now we said after we cut the dough, we need to let it rest. So while it's resting, we need to cover it, right? So 15 minutes gone. That's it. Now we need to stuff our dough. Let your dough rest, okay? Don't make believe that you are in a show. Let it rest for 15 minutes because it's very important. Now we need to prepare the cheese filling. Look in the bottom of the page. What are the ingredients? Okay. Very good. One by one. Okay. Now, you can use feta cheese from goat. You can use white cheese from cow. You can use vegan style. So this is plant-based cheese. The one that you're gonna eat tonight is regular feta cheese from goat. But this one, just to tell you that you can use any cheese you want. This is vegan cheese. Okay, it looks like, yeah, it looks like regular cheese. It looks actually like mozzarella. But you can work with any cheese you want, vegan style, plant-based, whatever you like. It's your choice. Now, to the cheese, what should we add? 2 tablespoons of parsley. You just chop it. Fresh. Parsley, the more delicious. Next. You know, Nigella seeds, black seeds. This is top healthy. Black seed, if you Google it, if you look it up, it has the name of, in Arabic, we call it Isha or Nigella. Somebody knows it as Nigella. Some people call it black seeds. Google it, learn about it. It's very healthy, very healthy. I myself, I put it in the coffee grinder and I grind it really fine and I put it on my omelets, on the cake, whenever I make a cake, whenever I make any desserts, other, I put black seeds, ground black seeds. Very healthy, like saffron healthy. Okay, what's next? Huh? Za'atar. See? We're gonna use za'atar in our cheese filling. Just a little bit. Next, salt and pepper. Pink Himalayan. Not too much because see how easy is that? All the ingredients in front of you. You can do the same when you cook. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do the same thing. I'm sure we have experienced cooks here. Maybe better than me. So we mixed. Did we miss anything? We got everything. Okay, our cheese mix is ready. Some people break an egg and mix the cheese with the egg. But my recipe tonight has no eggs. It's good as it is. So it's your choice. If you want more protein in it, you can put one egg and mix it very, very, very well. Okay, let's take one dough. You all have this or sort of. You roll it one time and then you take it and you flip it like this and then you roll all the way. You roll all the way. You need to make it, let's say oblong shape, right? I'll show you. Not round. Remember the spinach pie? I insist in you making round, and the beef pie, make it round. But this one, it has to be long way, lengthwise. So, all right, so far. Now, we bring the cheese filling. Don't come to the edge. Leave the edge clean. All right, just the middle. So far, so good. Okay, now we need to close this part. Press, 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 press. And now you go to the bottom. Oh, we're making boats. We're making a boat shape. Yes. No, the sumac don't go here. We put the salt. The sumac goes after. The sumac goes on top. You can decorate it. You can garnish it after you close this, before you bake it. You can, but the cheese pie it does not require sumac very much. Okay, so you close it from here and there, and then you carry it like, okay, you carry it like that, and then you make an opening in the middle. Look at this. You open it up. honey, can you leave it? Okay. So with your fingers, you just make an opening from the middle only. Leave the edges closed. It looks like a boat or what? A canoe, maybe? Yeah? Yeah, you can spray it, you can oil it, but this is a demonstration, just showing you how to make the cheese boats. This is what we're making tonight. You can make other shapes if you like. You can make a square shape. So for the square shape, we need a round dough. First, like this. Let's put the cheese in the center and make a square shape. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make a pinch here, flat, and that's it. All right? So you choose whichever shape you like, the boat shape or the square shape. And there is another shape also. It's my favorite. It's my husband's favorite. I'll I'll make it also. It needs dark color, but I'll make it in front of you. So you just roll it again into a round shape like this. And you bring your knife carefully. Let me roll it more. The more you roll it, the better. Okay? I know you wonder, what is she gonna do next? Right? Okay. So you put the cheese here. I'm gonna do that. Now you roll like this. You roll it. But control it. You be in control of the dough. Okay. Like that. You take it all around, you make it like a bracelet. Okay, you take it like this. So when you bake it, and I suggest that you egg wash the pies. You break 1 egg, you put 2 drops of vinegar or milk, okay? 1 egg, 2 drops, 3 drops of vinegar or milk. Mix it very well. Brush your pies and bake them 400 degrees, 20 minutes. Any kind of vinegar, apple cider, distilled, any white, anything. Okay? There are so many shapes. Also, there is an empanada shape, which is good also. Any questions about the cheese pies or cheese boats, cheese square, cheese, what do you call this? Croissant? Okay. Croissant. We have a croissant. Okay, what can you add to the cheese? Tell me, what do you suggest to add to the cheese and parsley and the black seeds? More za'atar, chopped onions, sauté, chopped onions. I like, spinach, absolutely. Black olives, Mmm, delicious. Green olives. Okay? Cooking is art. Cooking is personal taste, right? Whatever you like to eat, you put in your food. Okay? So make sure your oven is on 400 degrees. I like to use the middle shelf. 20 minutes. And if you don't see a color, because every oven is different, the temperature of it. If you don't see a color, put on broil, leave it on the middle shelf, put on broil for 1.5, 2 minutes. Keep watching it. Stay next to your stove until you see some browning or golden brown color to your pies, because you worked very hard. You need to make sure that you don't burn them, right? Okay, we're good? We're good. Yay, done. Yes. Actually, yes, we need um, hmm? The name of the pies, cheese boats, goat cheese boats. Fatayr, fatayr. Fatayr means pies. In Arabic, we say fatayr, but we wrote it for you in English. It's an Arabic word. Fatayr. Okay? It can be cheese pie, cheese fatayr. It can be spinach fatayr. It can be, see the four fatayr types? Spinach. What else? Za'atar, meat, cheese. These are all fatayr. Very good question. Okay. Next, tabbouleh or harissa? Tabbouleh. Let's make tabbouleh. Let's make tabbouleh. What is tabbouleh? Huh? Tabbouleh, it's finely chopped vegetables or salad. Finely chopped parsley mixed with tomatoes, onions. So let's start one by one so you'll get, to know it better. So it's a very popular salad or side dish. Because why we call it side dish? Because it has bulgur. It has bulgur in it. What's the first ingredients in tabbouleh? Olive oil. And we need lemon juice. Let's put our ingredients in front of us. Like this. Little salt right here. Black pepper right here. Bulgur right here. And I'll show you how we prepare our bulgur. Parsley, tomatoes right here, onion. What else? Leaves. Mint leaves. Okay, so we have all the ingredients ready in front of us. We need to wash our bulgur and drain it. Drain it very well. So simple, so easy. Now, what's okay, let's read together. Whisk the olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and pepper in a large bowl until well combined. Let's do that. Let's use this bowl. So mostly tabbouleh is mostly parsley, finely chopped parsley, little bit of tomatoes, little bit of onions, little bit of salt, pepper, lots of lemon juice, lots of olive oil. Okay, we have our bowl. We put the lemon, the olive oil here. For that amount, like about 2 cups, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Next is the lemon juice. Um, for the amount of parsley, 2 bunches. This is only 1 bunch. Like for 2 bunches, you put quarter, third of a cup for 2 bunches of parsley. So it depends how much parsley you're using. You put the ingredient, but I am using only like 1 bunch, 1 big bunch of parsley. So you just, when you go home, just follow this, okay? I'm just making it for the demonstration. Let's do the lemon juice. It's so easy to make tabbouleh. Just chop the parsley, finely chopped. Having fun in the back. So to the lemon juice and the olive oil, follow with me here. We add the salt and pepper, just like that. Yeah, tabbouleh needs pepper, a little bit of pepper, not too much. It's not a major ingredients in it. Now we washed the bulgur, remember? We put the bulgur, not the whole thing, just like, look at the parsley, like 2 cups of parsley. You need 2 tablespoons of bulgur. 2 tablespoons of bulgur. Okay, so let's mix that together. So what do we have here? Again, olive oil, lemon juice, salt and pepper, and bulgur. Not yet parsley. Bulgur. So why we put the bulgur on the liquid mix? Yes, so the bulgur will absorb the deliciousness of lemon juice and olive oil with the salt and pepper. Long time, like before, I used just to soak the bulgur in water and then add it with the lemon juice. But I learned that if you soak the bulgur with the lemon juice and the olive oil, it makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. So this is what I wrote for you here. Soak the bulgur with this mix first, and then you add what? The parsley. You see the point? The tomatoes. Try to chop it very, very fine. Like, and don't go crazy. Like, oh, I can't do this. But we have, some of you have these manual choppers. You can use that too. Okay, we're gonna use, I want the parsley to be more than tomato, so this is too much. And I want to put a little bit of, and if you have also scallions, it's better than white onion. If you have scallions, put it also. What's next? Mint. Let's chop our mint just a little bit, not too much. And if you have dry mint, the one you store from last year, maybe, like what I do. This is from my garden. Yes, spearmint. Yes. So I plant mint. It goes wildly, you know, in my backyard. And before it flowers, I pick the top. I bring my scissor with a big bin, and I clip the top part. And I wash it, and I put it on a flat sheet, you know, a bed sheet on my dining room table, and I leave it for 1 week. After 1 week, don't touch it. Within, like during this 1 week, if you want to flip it, like to flip it so it can dry, use your gloves or wooden spoons, because you don't want any of the oil on your hand to get to it, because it will turn into dark color. So we want to keep it green, okay? No oils from your hands. No, don't touch it with your bare hands. You can use it all year round. But for the demonstration, I use the mint from my garden. The same mint I am drying all summer. I'm drying. So you put the mints all together, and it's very hard with the glove. Don't chop anything with gloves. The parsley and the mint, don't chop it with gloves, but I'm gonna do it in front of you just for the demo. Just for the demo. And try to chop it really, really fine. And be careful. That's it. Anything else? That's our tabbouleh with bulgur, parsley, tomatoes, onions, salt and pepper, olive oil, lemon juice. That's the whole. Okay. Yes. Dry mint? No, same amount. Because the dry, usually when it dries, like when you want to dry this mint, this much, the one I just chopped, this is what you need. This is the amount that I mentioned in the recipe. That's it. So you just chop it. It's something personal. It's something that, you know, you want more mint in your recipe, you want less mint, so it's up to you. It's up to you. You don't need to stay with the recipe. Yes. No. I like the juice inside. You don't need to pick the seeds. No. No, you use the whole thing. Some people like only just the outer shell. So, but why? We need the juice of the tomato. Any other questions? Okay. So we can put this over there. We can clean the edge before we put it there to be like presentable. You can put this one and the one in the fridge. So I prepared this for you. We can eat tabbouleh with lettuce. Okay, so I prepared lettuce leaves for you. So when you want to eat the tabbouleh, put 1 tablespoon of tabbouleh on the lettuce leaf and put it on your plate. It will look delicious, beautiful. Here you go, honey. You don't have to roll it, just put it in your mouth. That's it. You can like roll it, close it, control it in your mouth, in your hand. You can roll it, but hold it with your thumb and pointy like this and eat it. Or you don't have to put it in the lettuce. Eat it with a spoon and eat the lettuce separately. You can do that. All right? Any questions about tabbouleh? So you can add more olive oil if you like. You can add more lemon to your tabbouleh. So you do whatever you like. You can chop some dried tomato in it, but it will be like a salad. Yeah, we like to keep it tabbouleh style, only tabbouleh. But that's one suggestion. So tabbouleh is very popular in Jordan. Yes. We use black pepper, but you can use pepper flakes. It would be very spicy. Yes. See, that's another personal choice. He wants crushed pepper instead of black pepper. Can you do that? Yes, of course. Of course, it's a personal choice. You know what? You can put goat cheese, feta cheese in your tabbouleh. It's a personal choice. Put whatever. You can put olives. Chop some pitted olives and put it in your tabbouleh if you like. I like to keep my tabbouleh parsley, bulgur, tomatoes, onions, because it will not be just tabbouleh anymore. All right? That's it. Now, let's make harissa dessert. Put these away. Harissa or harissa. Some of you know harissa as a spice paste, right? Used in with the Algeria in Algeria or Morocco. It's a Moroccan paste. I have customers from Morocco and Algeria. They keep asking about harissa paste all the time. So I learned how to make it and I make it for farmers market. It's spicy. If you want to, if you like spicy, Mr. in the back, harissa paste is delicious. Okay, so harissa or harissa, let's say harissa. It's not harissa. This is not how we say it. We say harissa. Okay, harissa dessert or namura or basbousa. Can you say basbousa? Yeah, basbousa, what we call it in Jordan, basbousa, B-A-S-B-O-U-S-A, basbousa, or namura, basbousa, haris. It has 3 names to it. Let's put these to the back. Now, for the harissa desserts, no. Oh, let me show you. This is the dough that we made. We started making this now. It hasn't been half hour, has it? Yeah, yes, yes. 45. Okay, what's in here? Okay. For the harissa, let's prepare the ingredients. Talk to me. 3 cups semolina. You know what semolina is. It's from the wheat. So it's a wheat, huh? Farina is a little bit finer. Is it finer? It can be, but this is coarse or coarse semolina, sorry. Coarse semolina. Yes, yes, please. I'll show you. I'll show you what I used. Oh, it's here. It's here, honey. This is what I used. Okay. So it's coarse semolina. The products from India, you can get it from anywhere. Just look for semolina, coarse, and use it if you like to make harissa. 3 cups of semolina. What's next? Quarter cup, 2 tablespoons of butter. Where is the butter? Right here. I'll show you what we're gonna do with this. 3/4 cup sugar. This is our sugar. Let's put it here. Around us. Okay, next. 2 tablespoons orange blossom water. He's gonna get me a bottle. It's a flavor enhancer. It's orange blossom. I cannot explain it. It's an orange blossom water. It's from the blossom of the orange. We extract the blossom of the orange and we make it into concentrated water. We use it in our simple syrup. We use it in our Middle Eastern desserts. It's a must-have in our desserts. You can get it from any Oriental or Mediterranean store, or we have it. We have it, naelasmarket.com. We have it. Okay. So, 2 tablespoons, okay, 1 cup yogurt. 1 1/4. 1/4 cup yogurt. You can use low fats or whole milk, right? Okay. Bacon powder, huh? You can. It's a personal choice. Yes. 2 teaspoons bacon powder. Where is our bacon powder? Right here. You have excellent questions. Soda bicarbonate also. Sodium bicarbonate. You don't have to. You can stick with the bacon powder. But for the harissa, you need a little bit of sodium bicarbonate, 2 teaspoons for that. Make that, make that 1 teaspoon. Can you make this change, please? 1 teaspoon to the recipe, 1 teaspoon bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, 1 teaspoon only. 3 tablespoons tahini. Can I have the tahini, honey? 1/4 cup blanched almonds. I put these in boiling water, and now it's easy for me to just remove the skin. Okay, this is how you blanch them, with boiling water, and the skin will come off very easy, very easy. This is just for decoration. And then the 2 cups sugar. First, you make the syrup. How do you make the syrup? You get pot like this, coffee pot. You put 2 cups sugar. 2 cups sugar is in the bottom here. Okay, 2 cups sugar, 1/3 cup water, and you don't stir it. You let it boil and it will dissolve by itself. This is something I learned from experience. Don't stir the sugar with the water. Just put the water, put the sugar over it and let it dissolve by itself. So, yes. Medium heat. Yes, start with medium heat. When you see it boiling, lower the heat and let it boil for another 10 minutes until the syrup gets thickened. What do you add to that? You add a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of orange blossom water, and 10 minutes, the syrup will get thickened and you will have syrup that you can use it in your dessert. So 3 cups semolina. Remember the butter? So we put the butter here. Two tablespoons. If it's not 2 tablespoons, correct it, please. 2 tablespoons or quarter cup. Yeah. So you just do this. Huh? Unsalted animal-based Kerrygold. Unsalted Kerrygold animal butter. You can use plant-based butter. You can use any kind of butter, but I like to use Kerrygold. And you just do like this. You let the semolina mix with the butter nicely. And if you have any questions, please ask me. If you have a suggestion, I like to hear. No, the Harissa is the finishing product. Yeah, this is not Harissa. We are making it. We're still making it. Yeah. The Harissa, once we finish baking the tray, then we call it Harissa. So now we are just mixing the 2 tablespoons with the 3 cups of semolina. That's all. I'm just showing you an easy way to make it so we can. So what goes in here? We put the sugar. How much sugar? 3/4 of a cup. That's all. We mix. How much yogurt? Yogurt is a must-have in our harissa. I like the whole, but you can use the fat-free or low-fat. Again, it's just a personal choice. Okay? So you mix that with your hands. What else we need to add? Okay. Let's do the little baking soda, little baking powder. How much baking powder? What else? We did that. The tahini goes on the tray. Before we put the mix on the tray, we put the tahini. If you don't want to put the tahini on the tray, what do you put? Butter. Not yet. No. You put the orange blossom after baking. Okay, that's it. This is how it should look like. All right. Now, you bring a tray. You bring a tray. Tahini. Isn't he wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? Please clap for him. Thank you, honey. You are a big help. Okay. With this, you know what tahini is, right? Sesame paste from sesame seeds ground up, sunflower oil, little bit of olive, little bit of salt, then you'll have yourself like that's it. And again, if you don't want to use tahini, you use any kind of butter. Very simple, very easy. Okay, that's it. You put the whole thing here. You just cut in the tray like this. Put your hand in water if you like. Right? And then looks presentable. That's it. Before you put it in the oven, of course, you need to cut it. This, like this, and you can decorate it with almonds like this. I'll show you how. One almond, one almond, one almond. Bassam, can I have the tray, please? You see, just I want to show you just part of it. Okay. The oven, 400, and it's still warm. 400 degrees, 20 minutes in the middle shelf. And this is, what's her name? This is Harissa. She's not paying attention. This is Harissa. Huh? Yes, yes. What we made is the Harissa mix. Yes. So, yes. Thank you. And it's already has the simple syrup in it with the orange blossom. So we don't have to make new orange, syrup for you. So if you don't want to make the simple syrup, the sugar and water and orange blossom, what you can do, what you can use? Honey. You can use honey. You can put a teaspoon of ice cream. Yes. Because orange blossom used in the simple syrup, the syrup that we make usually, you can, but we put sugar in the mix. Remember the cup of sugar? We put sugar in the mix. So, and there is the simple syrup, the one that you make before you start with the harissa recipe. So too much sugar is Even they say sometimes if you put simple syrup on the surface here before you bake it, it will give you more golden color. Yes. Yes. No, just a brush, just tiny brush before you put the almond, you know, just brush it a little bit, but you don't have to. You don't have to put the orange blossom in the simple syrup before you start making the harissa mix. Yes. No, it's a dessert. It's a dessert. It has wherever. No, that's a good question. Wherever there is orange blossom, water, and sugar, it's a dessert. It's a dessert. All right. You can add ice cream to it. Thank you for that question. You can add ice cream to the side. You can add simple syrup. You can add honey if you don't want to make the syrup. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Once you take it out of the oven while it's hot, put the syrup on the tray, not like the baklava. Remember the baklava? We put the syrup cold on the baklava when it comes out of the oven. Remember program number 1? With the baklava, either the syrup is hot and the baklava is cold, or the baklava hot and the syrup is cold. But here, for the harissa, we put the syrup on the harissa after it comes out of the oven. Both hot. Yes, very good question. Thank you. Any other questions? We put sugar here. Oh, orange blossom? No, orange blossom just for, no, it's for the syrup. Remove it, because the orange blossom is should be just for the syrup. Yes. So just remove it, just crush it off. Any other question? Yes. No. Before. Before the almond. Yes. After this is done baking, you put the simple syrup on it while it's hot. The syrup goes on after you finish baking. Remove that. That's the line we're talking about. Just remove it. Just remove that line. It's confusing you. Okay? Yes. In the batter. No. We put the semolina, then the yogurt, then the sugar with the baking soda, bicarbonate, and all the other stuff. Mix it. I did not brush anything. Yeah, just for not sticking on my hand. And then when it comes out, your syrup will be ready. You pour, this is water. I don't. So you pour the syrup on the tray after it finished baking. No brushing happening. No brushing. No brushing. So remove any brushing parts. I don't want you to brush nothing. Yes. Yes. Before you put this, you put tahini in the bottom or butter. Either tahini or butter. A lot of cooks, they like to use tahini. Any other questions? Very good, very smart, and you are all attentive. Yes. It's not flea market, it's farmer's market. There's a big difference. Uh, thank you for asking. The farmer's market is on Saturday and Sunday and also Friday. So Friday, we are in East Setauket in the afternoon from 3 to 7. Saturday, write this down, please. Friday, East Setauket on North Country Road from 3 to 7. Saturday in Sayville, Broadway Avenue. Yes, Broadway Avenue from 9 until 2 every Saturday. Sayville. Sunday, Port Jefferson by the Port Jefferson Village Center. It's very popular there. Village Center by the water, you know, the big ship. Every Sunday from 9 until 2. And we are every other week in Port Washington and in Glencoe. I don't have the addresses on top of my head, but my daughter and her husband, they are there every other week, helping us with the, you know, making people know about Mediterranean food, and it's very popular. It's very popular. Broadway Avenue in Sayville. Sayville. Okay, let's eat. Let's eat. All right, so I'm going to make the